Alright, so thanks for purchasing a Svengali deck from me. A Svengali deck is also known as a long and short deck. So in this deck, every second card is the same card. In this deck, it's the Jack of Diamonds. In your deck, it'll be a different card. But all of the Jack of Diamonds have been cut a little bit shorter than the rest of the deck. So every second card is cut shorter, and it's a long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short card. That's why it's a long and short deck. So all of the jacks have been cut shorter. That allows me to show you the cards like this. And all the cards are different because the jacks are falling in behind every one of those cards because they're cut shorter. If I turn the deck over and do it again, now the jacks fall in front of every card, allowing the deck to be all exactly the same because now the jacks are falling in front of every card because they're cut shorter. So that allows me to shuffle these. Riffle shuffling this deck does nothing to it except mix up the cards, but every second card will stay the Jack of Diamonds in the deck. Now they'll get out of order a little bit. That's okay. The deck will still work for you. So what you can do is you can have somebody show them all different. Have somebody select a card by dribbling down, just saying stop. And when they do, it's the Jack. Or you can lay the deck on the table and have somebody cut and look at this card because it's going to be a Jack because they're cut shorter. Their fingers aren't actually touching the Jack of Diamonds because they're cut shorter. So it doesn't matter where they cut in the deck, they're going to get a Jack. So this is what I do, is I have shuffle them. I show them all different. I lay the deck down and I have somebody cut to the card. They look at it and I have them replace it in the deck like this, and then I shuffle it. And I have the spectators cut the deck, 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 and when I snap my fingers, these cards all turn into the Jack of Diamonds, which is their card. That is spectacular, right? So I take this and I can take all these. I can show the deck all different. If I turn it over and rub the back of the cards, look, they actually all turn into the Jack of Diamonds. If I snap my fingers, they all turn back into regular cards again. So you want to take and you want to hide this card here. You want to hide this card here. If you take this and hide this, hide these cards in the most unbelievable location in the room that you can get or that you can think of. Then you have somebody select a card. They look at it, and then when you do this, their card will appear in a book or under a newspaper or behind the TV or anything like that. So you can make them appear anywhere you want in the room, which is great, man. When I was small, I would fold one of these up, and I would fold it up, and I'd put it in a block of ice, freeze it overnight in a ice cube tray, and then when I was doing card tricks, your card would appear in a frozen block of ice that was in my drink. You know, people freak out at that, you know, so that's really good stuff. So knowing all of that information, you can have somebody select a card, put it back in the deck, have them cut, have them cut, have them cut, and the spectators can actually cut the cards. Now, if they just happen to cut at a card like this and it's not a Jack, just tap it and it'll become a Jack. And if that's not a Jack, tap it again and it will be a Jack. So you have to kind of work with the deck a little bit, because it doesn't always cut at a Jack. It's just the way the deck is. So knowing that all of that information, it's a long and short deck. Every second card's the same. All the second cards are cut shorter. It's a long and short deck. And that when you cut, you're cutting to a short card. See, that didn't work. So if I tap that, it will be a Jack. Ooh, if I tap that, it will be a Jack. Oh, if I tap that, it will be a Jack. And that's because I took the Jacks out. Because I hid them in the room somewhere, right? So, knowing that it's a long and short deck, have a look at the instructions that the deck come with. Other than that, you can look on YouTube under Svengali deck or long and short deck, and you should be able to do some pretty amazing things with it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.